Hello, my name is Shesh, and today I'm going to ramble about some strange ideas I have about the ending of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Ideas involving the ending, multiple worlds, and most importantly, the state of Cloud and Aerith. This is my first attempt at a video essay, so please keep that in mind. So, without further ado, welcome to our Ramblin'Shesh. Oh, and I'm kind of going to assume you've already played this game and at least have a general idea of the story from the 1997 original. But hey, if you haven't, no one's going to stop you from watching. So, spoilers, but like, obviously. So, if you did in fact play Rebirth to the end, and you at least know what happens in the original, I'll bet you had a similar reaction to what I did when I was walking up to Aerith at the altar in the Forgotten Capital. Personally, I was extremely nervous and admittedly excited to see what was going to happen. It felt like time had come to an absolute crawl as I walked up to that platform.
And the whispers definitely weren't helping with that.
I wasn't sure if Aerith was going to die, live, or what. Well, turns out that third option was ironically the closest. So alright, we're basically going to do a play-by-play here, and while this isn't my actual candid reaction, this is, close enough to what I was feeling during these moments. So, after the suspense had already been built, and my heart was already racing, time was still coming at an absolute crawl. And we see Aerith's face here, and here's Sephiroth. Oh, we're going shot for shot here. But I had a feeling something was going to be different. No! I am filled with hope. Yeah, oh boy, we're doing this. This dramatic anime-ass deflection standstill lasts an ungodly amount of time, but I am so hopeful. The deflection is successful, and as Cloud grunts, I feel the energy. Sephiroth backs up. We did it. Cloud did it. Square did it. She's alive. My mind splinters into several ideas of what this could mean, but before I get too far... What? My girl. No. My heart sinks. It's just like the original now. But then what happened? It seemed like we saved her, but then the static came in and things changed. What is this? Is this alternate world shenanigans? Or is Sephiroth altering the world we're in real time somehow? I wasn't sure what to make of it. Sephiroth laughs. We start flipping back and forth between two different perspectives. One where Cloud is crying, and one where Cloud is talking. But what does this mean? Is this two parallel realities happening at the same time? One where Aerith lives and one where Aerith dies? When Cloud talks, is he talking to Aerith? Or is he talking to Sephiroth, like in the original game? Again, more confusion. What exactly does this all mean?
Cloud, it's okay.
So, she is okay. We did do it? Or...
Aerith.
I'll kill you!
Aerith!
Okay, apparently not. Okay, so what's this? We, the audience, are seeing two different perspectives. She's dead, but she's alive. Now, is the party seeing that? Or is the party just simply seeing her dead?
A confluence of worlds and emotions.
Confluence of worlds and emotions. So, in another scene, it was implied that Sephiroth killed her in another world.
It engulfs fleeting moments of joy, transforming them into rage.
Did he then combine that world with this one? And that's why we're seeing Aerith dead?
Never have I felt
It seems that, the party is witnessing her death and nothing else. But then here we are again. Cloud, at the very least,
I got this.
seeing her alive. But is this real? Or is this an illusion created by Cloud's mind, or Aerith, or hell, even Genova? Or maybe something else? Cloud is shrouded in that white rainbow light. Well, that might mean something.
We'll never see the truth with such clouded eyes.
Shut up!
After all, you're just a puppet.
Okay, so, anyway, we go through the most epic gauntlet of battles, using every character we've controlled throughout the game. The entire main party has their limit breaks, except Cloud. It seems everyone is greatly affected by Aerith's death, besides Cloud. Oh, and when I say every character, I mean every character. Even Zachariah Fairman is here and battle ready with Cloud, who has grown greatly since their last meeting. Maybe Zach has an indirect influence on that, huh? But yeah, man, you tell me there's a 13-phase boss battle at the end of a game, and I might just collapse from exhaustion just simply at the thought. But this was absolutely amazing, both in spectacle and mechanics. Except when you select the wrong retry option. I mean, that's only painful. Oh, and the music? Oh, man, okay, focus.
He's rebuilding himself!
Then we keep fighting.
Hey, Butthead here's looking pretty banged up.
Call me crazy, but it feels like someone's helping us.
Do you think it's Cloud?
Let's pay him back in kind, alright?
So it seems our whole party, including Zack, are fighting the same Bizarro Sephiroth in different planes of reality, but are affecting the same entity. So, what does this mean? Sephiroth must be existing in multiple planes at the same time? Moving forward, we get to the 13th phase in this gauntlet. It's just Cloud and Sephiroth at the edge of creation.
There you are. Sephiroth!
So what's this? Oh yeah. Aerith is here. She then imbues the entire area with a white light.
Let's end this. Together.
Is this Aerith turning Sephiroth's domain into her own? Or did we go somewhere else?
I must admit, I underestimated you.
These two seem to be having some sort of domain/control war on a whole nother level. So, yeah. Cloud and Aerith blast his ass, and, he's pissed. And now he's out. we get this beautiful ass, Nomura ass, Advent Children ass scene. Zack, in whatever reality he is in, just decides to face this giant meteor thing, and again is ready to face death, but is again taken somewhere else. Alright. So we return to the Forgotten Capital. The party approaches Aerith's body, and she is seemingly dead. Cloud approaches, but again, this white light shrouds Cloud, and we can no longer see the party. Is this a separate world?
Aerith, wake up.
Okay, so here we are again, seeing her alive. Okay, so reading the room here, the party is clearly mourning, but we never saw Cloud put her in the water like the original. Why is that? Is Cloud blocking that out? And by comparison, Cloud seems fine. Just look at Tifa compared to Cloud.
Can't stay here forever. We'd best get moving.
Yep, sounds good.
Wait, so she's here? Then why is everybody sad?
I'll see you off.
Tifa, come on.
Okay, and now she's gone. So at this point, what I'm thinking is only Cloud can see her. I feel like that's the obvious extrapolation. Okay, so let's pick up the pace here a little bit.
It all felt way too real.
The rest of the game's scenes play out. Zack is safe in Aerith's church in an unknown world and says this bit here.
Just as worlds unite, so too do they part. But who's to say they can't unite again?
Somewhere outside, we return to our party, and Sid is working on the tiny Bronco.
So, what Aerith actually do anyway?
Aerith is seen by us and Cloud, but no one else.
It's not fair.
The only half exception being Nanaki, who seemingly senses her, which is very interesting considering he was given a gift from Aerith in Remake, and he is probably the most spiritual in the group.
Aerith?
Besides our half-Cetra Aerith, of course. But maybe this is a coincidence. A red herring, if you will. Cloud has the empty white materia, and when he looks inside, he sees himself between two skies, two perspectives. He also discovers that he has the black materia.
The hell?
Cloud looks up, and he sees the fissure in the sky, just like the one in the other world, Zack's world, Aerith's world. However, it seems that the party doesn't see the fissure in the sky. With the tiny Bronco repaired, the party rounds up and gets inside. But before Cloud gets inside, he has a conversation with Aerith, and then the credits roll. Alright, so I've rambled on about what I believe to be the most interesting info in this densely packed ending sequence of the game, and given you a sort of pseudo reaction, sort of my thoughts when initially going through the game, plus a couple of added bits like the reflection in the materia. Like, I didn't notice that the first time that I watched, but it was, little bits like that are still important to what's to come. But all that being said, there's still a few more points to go over, so bear with me. And if you've made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully this has been a worthwhile experience for you as well. Yeah, let's get into it. During the interlude sections with Zack, and later on within the date sequence with Cloud and Aerith in Aerith's supposed dream world, the same fissure previously mentioned is seen by everyone. It exists in that world. When Zack splits off from, at the time, Cloud and Aerith's comatose bodies, and he makes different choices, this white light shows, and it seems that it's signifying a creation of a new world. Is this the White Whispers? Is this Aerith? Both? Or is this just the natural course of things? Not really sure, but it seems that new worlds are being created when he makes these different decisions. Going back to Cloud and Aerith's date, Aerith seems to be pushing Cloud into these situations where he must make choices amongst many options. Is Aerith trying to split timelines further, creating new worlds through Cloud's different choices? So, with these 3 points being said, do you see where I'm going with this? In this story, Aerith is generally the antithesis to all of Sephiroth's being. It's Cetra versus Genova, white materia of protection versus black materia of destruction, white whispers versus black whispers, and now splitting timelines versus merging timelines. This would make sense. This would cause Sephiroth to have to do more footwork in order to completely eliminate her. The more worlds with a surviving Aerith means the lower likelihood that Sephiroth will be able to eliminate all of them. And it seems that Aerith has the ability to be able to move her consciousness as well as other people's consciousness to other worlds as long as there's a body for it to go to. The greatest example being the comatose bodies in Zack's world. That's how Cloud and Aerith got to this world in the first place before their date. Plus, how did the original Final Fantasy VII end, huh? We beat Sephiroth in godlike form. The meteor comes down anyway. Holy attempts to protect the planet from the meteor, but it isn't enough. So what did our maiden who travels the planet do? She banded the whole life stream together to stop the meteor, even in death. Her death caused by Sephiroth. Meaning him killing her was what ultimately allowed her to come in clutch and save the world from this meteor. So, what does this have to do with the Remake trilogy? Well, if Aerith is in fact creating new timelines, and she exists in them, what's going to happen when Sephiroth merges worlds? Any surviving Aeriths created in these different worlds will become a part of the united world. She'll be back, and if this is the case, good job, Sephi. You played yourself yet again. Okay, but what about our world? Why is Cloud seeing Aerith, but everyone else is mourning? So, yes, it seems Aerith did die in our world. Cloud, though, what is Cloud experiencing? Well, I think Cloud, like Sephiroth, is existing in multiple planes of existence at the same time, or at least existing in one and perceiving multiple. That's why he sees the fissure in the sky, and that's why he sees Aerith. This is an Aerith that did survive in another world, in another plane of reality. Well, then why isn't he seeing multiples of the party? Multiple Barretts, multiple Tifas from these other realities? Well, because the world that Cloud is seeing could very well be the same world we saw at the beginning of the story. The world where Barrett, Tifa, Nanaki, they were all put inside of those helicopters and flown away. This world Aerith is existing in is likely an offshoot world created during one of Cloud's date decisions or one of Zack's many decisions when he went off on his own. So, yes, I do believe that Aerith died in our original world, but not all of them. I believe she's still out there. That, or I, like our player character, am completely delusional in my wishful thinking, and she's just dead. But you know, this is why I love storytelling in video games, man. We, like Cloud, wish she was alive, but it may not be the truth. But, you know, we'll hold on to anything sometimes. If this is the case, Cloud is experiencing an unhealthy coping mechanism like he did with Zack's death, and completely blocked out the scene of putting her in the water, and she's just a figment of his imagination. There's been lots of talks about this and many other theories. Maybe it's a, Star Wars Force livestream ghost. Maybe Aerith is just trying to protect Cloud and, in a way, us, the player. We wanted to believe that she lived, right? This is what we, as players, have been saying we've wanted for years. And maybe it's a mix of all three. Maybe Cloud blocked out the memory of putting her in the water, and the Aerith we see by the water in the capital is just Jenova. And maybe the Aerith by the tiny Bronco is a livestream ghost or some other sort of combination. We just don't know. And you know what? Isn't that great? I see people complaining about how they wanted a one-to-one to the original when it comes to these remakes, but if we got that, we wouldn't have this. Sure, it takes away from the emotional gravitas of her simple but impactful death in the original, but we already got that, and the OG is still there. Instead of reliving the same thing with better graphics, we get to be in this position, the position of our player character, getting mixed messages and having ideas and conversations like this. I walked away from Remake intrigued and interested in where the story would go, but Rebirth completely blew that out of the water. And I am very happy with this game, and I'm looking forward to what Square brings us next. Regardless of all the theories and whether they're right or wrong. But, there is a theory out there that trumps all, even my own. And that's...
We're all wrong. Yes. Seemingly everything that we all think is happening with this game is probably wrong.
But even if I am wrong, this has been a fantastic experience. And here I am, finishing up my first video essay. Who knows if I ever would have done this if not for this game. Thank you, Square. And thank you, viewer, for watching my whole entire video. It might be kind of rough around the edges and yada yada yada. I literally have never done anything like this before. But anyway, I hope this got you thinking, and I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to comment with your thoughts, and maybe we can get a discussion going. And if you liked the video, feel free to leave a like. I mean, it might help me out, and maybe some people will see it that wouldn't have otherwise. And you're welcome to share it as well, but that's all up to you guys. Anyway, thank you again for sitting through this whole ramble. Take care.